Well, you know, I prefer to use the word Roundup. Not only because it is what is marketed, but it has even more lethal toxins than the glyphosate as the adjuvants. And Dr. Eric Seralini's work has shown this. Interestingly, he was hounded by Monsanto, but now with the Monsanto papers that are out in the court case on the issue of glyphosate being a probable carcinogen, it's now been shown that the people who attacked him were hired, the editors of the journal who replaced the original editors were Monsanto people asking for what should be the language to say his paper was revoked. Eric Seralini has done a really good book with a chef on the great health scam on Roundup and glyphosate. I think the glyphosate issue is the latest in the story of toxins. Rachel Carson told us so beautifully. It's probably now becoming the most well-known, and I think it's becoming the most well-known because it's becoming so widely spread. And its spread has been facilitated by GMOs and Roundup-resistant genetically engineered crops. The technology is so crude and so bad. As I mentioned earlier, there are superweeds emerging. And every time one aspect of the technology fails, they think, just add a second failed aspect, and somehow you'll have a success. I'm remembering Einstein saying a clear sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Now, in India, the BT cotton failed, and Monsanto is illegally trying to introduce a BT cotton with Roundup-resistant traits. So we have a big campaign on that. Our campaign on Roundup started because we found Monsanto trying to push Roundup in two very illegal ways. The first is as a desiccant, to tell people to just dry their crops by spraying Roundup at the time of harvest. And that means your wheat, your soya is coming loaded with glyphosate residues. In addition to that, the way they promote Roundup in India is making it look like this toxin is a liberator of women. So their ads and their posters have women's hands tied up with greens saying, liberate yourself, use Roundup. As if working with life is slavery, and slavery to Monsanto is liberation. There were studies done in Sri Lanka after an epidemic of kidney failures. 40,000 dead, 200,000 impacted. The government of Sri Lanka, that little island south of India, decided to ban Roundup. Right now in France is blocking the vote for the renewal of Roundup in Europe. Their last environment minister, dear friend Ségolène Royal, had anyway banned it in many applications in public spaces, the kind of call that's being made here. There was also a ban in a Central American country, but I found a new fraud study that's come out to say, no, people aren't dying of kidney failure because of the use of Roundup, they're dying because of climate change. You know, the temperature has increased, it's a little more hot, so they're popping off in their fields. And the distortion of science, to me, is one of the most important issues in what is happening. At the end of the panel, with your permission, Bob, I'll request all of us to release a new report we've done, our colleagues in Europe, the toxic story of Roundup, and also, you know, every fortnight, beginning with Gandhi's birth anniversary, which is 2nd of October, we celebrate it as a day of action for non-violence to stop violence. It's known now in the UN as the Day of Non-Violence. And let us this year look out on the Seed Freedom website, both for this report that you will find by tomorrow, as well as the days of action, beginning 2nd October, because this year we really want to start a call for freedom from the poison cartel, the Gang of Three. The Gang of Three. Monsanto merging with Bayer, Dow merging with DuPont, Syngenta merging with ChemChina. Independently, they have ruined our regulations. Independently, they have attacked every scientist who would let us know the harm these toxins do. Individually, they have destroyed our seeds and our biodiversity. Collectively, a cartel of three, can you imagine the destructive power, the monopoly power, the power to deregulate, the power to let us not us have the knowledge, the freedom for safety? That's why the call for the ban on Roundup in public spaces is so important. But let's take it to the next step, which we hope by 2nd October. And Bobby, I really hope your voice will add to this, is the ultimate ban is in our hands. The day we decide we will not eat food loaded with Roundup and other pesticides, the day as growers we decide we are not going to do chemical farming, we have already put a ban on Roundup and the other poisons that the poison cartel brings us.